basically disabled for me. So yeah, something to go do with the business suit and all. So yeah, I think. Ah, yeah, I think it's all recording and we're good to go. Great. Let me just turn on the camera if that helps. Not sure. Amazing. Hi guys. Hi. And it's fine. It's fine. If anyone is comfortable, you can turn on your cameras. Otherwise, it's just fine. Okay. And I understand many people might be there, who are just in their home races. So it's fine. Like we're all good to go with that. And yeah, so I'll start. I'll start basically. I am an ML engineer, and I'm working in a fintech investment startup. So it's basically a fintech branch, but it's an investment banking startup in Delhi, NCR, in Noida, and I'm also the product lead, building some of the products. And apart from so that's my main way where I milk the cow. Okay, and apart from that, I have got a lot of side quests. I'm also a technical writer in Bets and Biases. I do AI advisory for multiple, like as a freelancer, I do multiple AI advisories for companies who are like who has got huge amount of data sets and they want to build up a RAG pipeline or SQL to LLM, this kind of, and how they want to migrate into AI stuffs, right? Because they want to upgrade the entire infrastructures. I'll come to the frustration part of that later. Maybe we'll join. I'll contribute to along the way. And I also do hackathon mentorships. I do speaker stuff. I have published a few papers as well on quantum ML. And I have also written a book on responsible AI for engineers. And have been working on certain tracks like that. So yeah, that's kind of pretty much about me. I think Shaktivel. Yeah, amazing. Oh my god. Ah, C sharp and all. Right, right. Yes, 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 yes. We all can be. Right. Yeah. Right. Amazing. Amazing. I think so. Basically, you are one of the like the true developers. You know. Yeah, you're one of the true developers. Yeah. So yeah. So that's like a chip on the shoulder right now. Right. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Great. Dheeraj. I think Dheeraj has a lot to say. I even can't comprehend what Dheeraj has been going through, man. He's on a different dimension right now. Yeah, Dheeraj, please. I think Dheeraj undersold himself. Let me just add a few points for Dheeraj also. The, like any contact you want, like where people can't even get access to, Dheeraj can easily get into that. Dheeraj has got already got accesses everywhere, because since he's working for the government, Delhi government, in organizing this kind of AI stars like hackathons and everything. So anywhere you want to reach out, Dheeraj has got all the connections there. He's already inside the system. He's already inside the system, and yeah. Right. Yeah. Mhm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think, and Dheeraj can get in touch with you, and can, yeah, expand your whatever your possibilities that you want to go ahead with. So Dheeraj is basically like, he's the contact guy for anything that you want to do. Yeah. So I know he has got all the official contacts with, and wherever, it's just like a side talk. Wherever he feels that, or maybe we feel that we cannot get into, he can get the government to write instead of him, and can just get access to anyone. I think that's basically because he's into the official process of bringing people in, so that's why he gets that advantage. But he's doing a great job. Like every week, he's traveling here and there, all over India, Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi. You know, it's yeah. Oh, Anu says समय भाई ने धीरज को ही कांटेक्ट किया. Yes, yes. That's true. Yes. Uh, okay, Kriday. I think Kriday is one of the most interesting guys here. I think he's the most junior guy, but he's doing amazing work. Like we didn't even understand, we didn't even catch him in the earlier stages when our cloud community got created, and he was publishing amazing, documents, stuffs. He's doing various researches. He's asking great questions, like where normally, professionals in the field ask. Then one day Dheeraj told, hey, I'm just studying in class 12, I guess, right? Class 12. Yeah, he's just passed out 10th grade maybe, or he's in 10th grade. Okay, so we might have like a mini, or a Misho's Mark Zuckerberg here, right? Just kidding, just kidding. Yeah, so Kriya, please go ahead. Yeah. Yes. No, it's actually amazing if you think it in that frame, because in normal class 10 we were studying, I don't know, Java or something, right? In class 10, in our 10th grade. Yes, C++, plus, right? Right. Yes, 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 correct. So we were studying that, and this guy is already, busting stuffs up. So it's great to have that, kind of clarity that you have at that level, man. It's great. Okay. Anuj, are you on mute? I think you're on mute. I think Anuj is on. Yeah. Anu- Anuj is. Yeah, Anuj is text only. Uh, Anuj, can you be available for audio? It's not an issue. I'm in a noisy room. We can try. We can try. Text only one. Yes, it's perfect. The audio is perfect, man. No worries. Oh, money. Yeah, go on. Nothing to share. Yeah, go on. Alright. Yeah, well, whatever bring people in. So everyone has their own takeaways, so it's fine. No judgment. I would also join somewhere where if it's not an Telegram channel and it's providing free stuff, so I'll join there. If it's Telegram, then I'm out. Yeah, that's fine. Physical AI. No worries. You can prep it up. In the meantime, I think is there anyone? I think Vishal Pragya dropped for some reason. But anyway, I think Saktivel can start with his demo. You can share your demo, and then in the meantime, Anuj can prepare, and then we can show. I think if that works out. You can take your time. No issues. Yeah, yeah, take your time. Always. Yes. That's fine. That's fine. Just think. Does it also work with the enterprise repos, or it's only private and public repos, like standard public and private repos? Enterprise, exactly. Yeah, and not only that, maybe some of the enterprise repos are basically bounded under VPNs and routings and all those kind of stuff. So are they able to get it? Oh. Right. Makes sense. Understood. Got it. Makes sense. Understood. Hmm. 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 Understood. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ah. Yeah. Oh, amazing. Makes sense. Makes sense. Like, but what about the token cost of the agent processes that you're running? Hmm. Makes sense. Mm. Makes sense. Yeah. Correct. It's basically like a there's this product called Sonar Cube. If you guys have used in enterprises and all, so it's basically like Sonar Cube on steroids. It's for like for some tests. Yeah. Yes, yes, that's the problem. But this is basically monitoring and making sure that the hygiene is right while you are writing or like while you are fixing things. Like yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we'll all be using in our own projects. I think it's a very good offer for us. I think, yeah. So, but how like how but how are you planning to monetize that? Monetize is like do you want to sell this in the long way, or do you want to have the entire ownership for yourself, or like or maybe at what price point? Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. But Sakshil, tell me about one thing. Like for the RAG and the semanticness and for the embeddings that you're doing and all, uh, like are you using any fixed provider, or like or are you bearing all the costs like from your own side? Okay. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Yeah, and and what about the the drift in the rag? Well, I think it's already getting monitored by your ends. It has got nothing to do from your side because it's the organization's responsibility to monitor the drift, and you are just showing the picture there. And and what about the like how are you managing the entire the DBs, the vector DBs and all? Like have you figured it out? Like what's the tech stack? What's your tech stack basically for this? Dotted. Okay. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Makes sense. And have you evaluated this thing? Have you done some evaluations on like how much like is there any guarantee or base percentage of reduction that you are doing compared to the original code base and after using your product? What might be the reduction percentage? Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. 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 Uh huh. Yes. Yes. Hmm. Right. Right. Hmm. 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 Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely. They do not. Hmm. Yes. Mission control. Yes. Oh man, that's a whole different trap. I've been into that. I I th- I think what Yash just pointed out about the mission control SQL, I was just checking the link out. I think, yeah, he sent it in the, in the message. Yeah, I can check. Uh, I think mission control has got some idea. Like some of the aspects, like I think about the multiple AIs that is being using, how much token cost is going on. Basically, that kind of agent monitoring is working well for mission control. But does it also does this this code scanning and drifting and all this kind of stuff? Yes. Mm. This is from. Makes sense. Yeah, it's basically in that line itself, because I think if you look at the if you look at the header, right, the hero section, it's written from Bhanu and Dheeraj, founders of SiteGPT.ai. So yeah, so SiteGPT is actually, it's make AI your expert customer service agent. So basically, they're playing in a similar space where, as you just mentioned, like about the hummies and all interactions, and what Yash mentioned, that it's all run by AI. So they're basically working in a similar in a particular space where it's all about agenting. But I think what Shaktivel is providing is much more deeper insight into the coding, into basically your production, repo, or wherever you're working right now, and how it's basically moving. Uh, it's, right, right. I think it's, but this is also very interesting. I'll just do a. You come to know about a very different products. Yes. Right, right. I think no, no. I think it's quite necessary. I think it's quite good. Please have a glass of water. No, no. Yeah, Kridhay. Hey, no need to raise hands, man. Just come in. Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking a little bit. Yeah, your voice is audible, but it's still breaking. Yes. Perfect, perfect. I need to turn off reactions. I think Hriday, for that, adding on that, there are some plugins like Ponytail and all this, which you can also integrate. And if you want to reduce your code, right, if you can cross check with that tool, with Ponytail and all, right, and it can basically detect what needs to be written or whether it can work without it. That is what you were asking. And also regarding certain cases, as what AI slop also like Shaktivel mentioned, is that it becomes too good in the sense like it becomes too pattern in a very AI pattern that is very consistent throughout all the AIs. Like like the M dashes or the N dashes, or starting with there's some pattern, because ultimately see the data is it's bounded. It's not an unlimited or any infinite amount of data that people can search from places or can mine it out from somewhere. So it is what it is, and how you're training it and how you're actually interpreting from it is what actually differentiates one model from another model, right? And so the in terms of Claude, I believe that what it does best is it detects it beautifully, whether this amount of lines, can it work without this amount of lines, can it be more compressed, can the and maybe with some help of these extensions like Ponytail and all, can it be more compressed, and it be more better, present in a much more elegant way. I think uh, i think that might answer the question. Yes, Shaktivel, please. Yes. Mm. Yes, yes. Ah, yes, absolutely. Mm. Amazing. And like, to be fair, have not been using Simplify. I have not used a Simplify a long time. You remind me of the right thing. I need to simplify my code bases as well. Yeah, that's actually a good addition. I think Krida, I think that answers the question, I guess, isn't it? Yeah, not audible, but I think some noise is coming. I'll take it as a yes for now. I think, yeah. Also, I think Yash pinged me about a product that he has got. Yash. That works. Come on. Well, Saktivel, I'll do a signing up round at the end. I'll do a signing up round. We'll take all your free subscriptions. Yeah, everyone will be doing that. No worries. Yeah. No. Can you zoom in a little? I think people are also anything. I think. Saksivel, are you comfortable with Hindi? Yeah, it's technical Hindi, right? So you'll get it. It's not very yeah. It's fine. And okay. You stop screen sharing. Krita says any language works, Rust, Python, etc. Yeah, for sure. Yes. Hmm. Okay. 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 Uh, does it have does it have support for all the agents, like, or does it auto detect? I think pretty much covers it. Like, what's the name of your extension? Is it available on marketplace? Yeah, please. This is nice thing. I think I don't think there is. I got it. Mm, that's fine. That's fine. CC assist. I'll search it on VS Code as well. 32,000 devices. Oh my god. That's still a very good number for now. CC assist. I think I got it. Cloud code and code. Oh, he's rich. Well, I have also installed it. I'll use it, man. I think we need something like this. Like, is it also open sourced? You can open source it. Huh? Like, what's your view on open source? क्या व्यू है तुम्हारा बताओ. हाँ, बढ़िया. No issues. Got it. What, like, basically it's like an open question. What what do you actually need for distributing or marketing this? Like, do you need to list on Product Hunt or somewhere, or maybe Hacker Rank or somewhere? Not Hacker Rank. I mean, like, what is the name, man? I forgot. Hacker News. Hacker News. Hmm. Got it. Got it. Do you also monitor the token usages and everything? Like, how much token has been going into play? Oh, oh, there's a dashboard inside VS Code as well. Inside the extension. Mm-hmm. Ah, hey, your this thing got stopped. Your screenshotting got stopped. Uh, okay, I think Hriday was asking, like, okay, his net timed out. So I'll just explain the idea to you. It's very simple, but it's very useful. So in, huh? Yes. Our sole developers. Yes, yes, yes. I think it's good. But the visualizations are good. I feel that it's quite a neat thing that he has done. Krit, I think just to answer your question, what Yash has basically done is that he has created a VS Code extension. I think everyone can use that. It's so easy to penetrate into everyone's coding life. Is that he has created this extension where whenever you're using multiple agents like Codex or Claude on VS Code, right, and it or Grok extensions, this product is called like Claude Assist, like CC Assist monitors all the things that the user is doing. So you can jump on it anytime. You can visualize whatever the like you have done in the past, like what code changes have they made, and all the nuances and the details. So it's kind of like a very neat and a simple way of monitoring all your AI usages for better transparency of your this thing of your code. Ah. A pocket chill. Yes, you have like I've checked this out, man. It's quite good. I think you have been putting it on this in our community like for a long time right now. Yeah, it's quite good. Yes. I think the purpose of Pocket Shell, yeah, you can demo first, but the idea is, I think, the purpose of Pocket Shell is why you might be getting a little bit of lower users. Is kind of a like people has to use a different device for this, and people usually what like most people do is that after a long day of work at the office, they usually shut down the laptops and put it into the bags and they do it no more. Right. And so the purpose of using a phone is, yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, sure. See, Dheeraj says the app UI is also good. Yes, yes, yes. Cloud design is taking up so much of tokens, man. Cloud design is taking up so much of tokens. Like sometimes I get frustrated using cloud design because I kind of create using SVG, and cloud design sucks at SVG design, man. Like it doesn't even know what it is producing. It has no verification and it consumes a huge. But if you're talking about basic UIs and all, I think it's fine. It does, yeah. Mm. Mm. Yes. Claude has learned the way that you prefer. That's why it has become easier for you to now proceed. Mm. Pocket Sheet is good, man. It's really good. They put it on product hunt, man. Okay. Your screen share also stopped right now. I think we can proceed. Anuj also, like, do you want to show anything? Cool. I know, man. Yeah, you can share the concept as well. We can provide some. Yeah. No issues, man. See, whenever it fails during the demo itself. Wherever it fails, it always fails during the demo. That's the rule of demo. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ah. Mm. Makes sense. Understood. It's actually quite neat. Ah. Mm. Makes sense. Mm. Okay. Mm. Makes sense. You're doing great, man. But does it also connect connect to my local? Say I just I have put my laptop on sleep mode, and then will it work there? Okay, like it's kind of like Claude remote, but yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Understood. It is pretty great, man. I think I see is also there. Ah, I like to use it, man. I like to use it as well. I think, but one of your hero products is I must say that that VS Code extension. It's a very simple thing, but it's very useful. I like what I personally feel. You might same thing, man. I've stopped using. No, no, it's not like that. See, now VS Code is now one of the antique IDs. If you put it like that, it's one of the most reliable, but it's also one of the most less used IDs right now because of cursor. I do not use right. Ah, and also not only that, I personally use anti gravity because I have got that Geo thing going on with Google Plus, AI Plus subscription, Gemini AI Plus subscription, and all those things. So I use anti gravity, but I use anti gravity for coding and viewing what is where when I need to fix some small bugs that I already know that hey, if I just fix this, this will resolve this issue and all. But that's just only for viewing and verifying. That's just for monitoring. My go-to things are either using the terminal or using Claude UI. That's it. That's the main stack that I'm using. That's the main stack that I'm using right now. And if I need to see any diffs or something, I just open up terminal and go there. That yeah. Ah. Okay. Yeah, that's very important. But I think because that's the thing. Also because when this was so unreliable at that point, people used to build various kind of apps to to figure out what can make that kind of a faulty LLM reliable. But nowadays, that is why those kind of products are also going out of demand, because LLMs are being reliable. You can put and with the the cloud orchestration processes, like it can fan out sub agents right inside the system itself. You do not have to create a separate independent agentic system. Just using inside cloud, you can just fan out sub agents, and you can use verifier loops and everything, verification loops and everything, and it will actually make sure that your thing is working. So I think right now it's a much different scenario, and I think the more around 6 years. No, no, 6. No, no, I've been coding since 6 years. So 20. No, no, I'm more than that. Yeah, I'm also near my 30. I'm in my late 20s. Yeah, right. Mm. Absolutely, absolutely. It does. वो तो करता ही है. That is why I think one of the most main principles of write when you are absolutely vibe coding, for instance, we cannot do it during the production code basis, but when we are absolutely vibe coding, it is always mandatory to have a like a coding philosophy, some grounding rules, some some like a spine document for, so that it grounds like whatever slop or whatever kind of code that it is getting produced, it can ground to that. That is what makes your point correct, that you have to have a verification, you have to do that. uh, so I think in production everyone has to review it line by line. I think in our company, even the, yeah, Shaktivel. I man, yes, absolutely, man. I think that's also a very important thing. I think that's basically a race where you have to trade. You have to just let it go at some point. You have to have your own rules. Yeah, they're taking the risk. That's true, man. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think two situations. I think maybe the next generation will be we will not be coding anymore, I believe. No, I think, but that's fine. I think Yash, because we as you know, Shaktival correctly mentioned that we are the guinea pigs of this vibe coding period. So we have to face this kind of consequences, and it's quite interesting that we are getting to know what and where things lack and where we lack. I think that actually helps us in the long run. Like because I think because if Viper, you know where you stand or what your product is capable about, right? And how much confident are you with the product? But since you are the initiator, you are basically the creator. I believe if you ground your rules and everything, you can actually take your code product to a very different level, even if you vibe code, because the quality of vibe coding is much higher right now. But you have to know that what you're coding. That's basically the catch. You can't have product managers like non-tech product managers coding entirely vibe code, and they give it to say, hey man, I created this, and give it down to the junior engineers and say, now make it into production. So you just can't do that. You need to know what it is doing. I think that's the main catch of this thing. um, I'm actually, yeah. So okay, we missed out on the intro part, and I am basically a ML engineer. So my job is basically to, and I am also a product lead for a fintech investment banking startup that like I'm working in. And also apart from that, I'm also a technical writer at Vets and Biases, and I do AI freelancing, and also I'm building this CC habits. I, I don't know, man. I just get it. Maybe I don't have, I don't know anything else. I don't know. It's no. See, that's the point. Like, if you know, I think, see, Saktivel has been coding for, I think he said 10 years, right? Saktivel, 10 or 15 years, 16 years, 16 years professionally. Oh my god. Yeah. So yeah. So he's basically, yeah. Yeah. Yes. So he basically knows what he is doing. So if he's having this claw or anything, right? It's basically like a like those Excalibur swords that he's having. He knows how to wield it. That's the point. Yeah, he knows how to wield it because he has his entire thing is he knows all the the nooks and crooks, and he's just using the sword to defeat it. If there is no sword, he might be taking some time, but he'll be able to do it. That's the whole point that I'm talking about. If you know, if you know what you're doing, if you know what you're doing and what you're writing, even if you don't write, but at least, so that's basically a superpower. You have to be the verifier, you have to be the validator, you have to make sure that whatever you're delivering is correct. That's entirely up to you. You're basically like the product manager or the architect of the product that you're building. So that's basically the point of this thing, if that answers. All right, no issues. Okay, Asim is there, Anuj is there. Anyone, please. Asim, is that Aman Gupta with GP like photoshopped into Money Heist professor? I don't know. Asim, you're anyway. Uh, yes, you're audible now. No worries. Yeah, no worries, man. I think Anuj is also student. Kriday, yeah, Kriday is also there. It's not. Yeah, but in the DP, it's, I don't know. It's looking like some kind of Aman Gupta, photoshopped with the professor. So, so yeah. Anyway, uh, yeah, Anuj, you can go ahead. Yeah, no worries, guys. If anyone feels that this is dragging, yeah, We can wrap it up within the next 20-30 minutes, max, tops, or maybe 15 minutes. So it's fine. Okay. Okay. Yeah, emo. Ah. Ah. Hmm. Beautiful. Amazing. Well, amazing. I'll get it, man. I'll buy it on Kindle. I'll buy it on Kindle for sure. I think I'll help you with one contact that I have. His name I'm not able to find right now. Uh, so he's based out of Bangalore, and what he's doing, he's got this company. He's got a robotics company, okay, and how he's training the robots is very interesting. Is that he's training robots using AI for domestic uses, right? For washing, cleaning, and all this. It's basically he's training robotic hands right now. Yeah, some form out of that, but he's, yeah, so using that data he's training and doing everything. Now what he's trying to do is that he's putting on body suits on people. Okay, body suits on people where during those VFX shoots they have this all this kind of monitoring and traces. Yeah, so he's using that. He's putting on body suits and making people doing certain tasks. Okay, or maybe just walk or do daily life course and then stuffs and everything, and using that he's gathering the data. So he's getting the 3D, no, I mean the 2D stick man kind of figure, and he's understanding how these robots are moving and everything and how people balances, right? And he's using the data to actually train the robots with deep learning. Yeah, so I'll try to refer. If I think his name is Shivam or something. I'll let you know. Like we had been talking for so long, but your physical AI is a good candidate for them. Like you can get some inspiration from them. That's what I'm talking about. And also, try exploring this repo called ecot. I've also worked on that ecot. So you can just ecot. Yeah, so it's robotic control via embodied chain of thought reasoning. Right, you can refer to this. I've also worked on it, and also if you want, uh, help on hardware, AI hardware design. I think Shubhangi is there in a group. Shubhangi is she's a great person. She used to organize all the GDC events in Delhi. She is also one of the members of the cloud community Delhi. She is, does all this kind of thing. Shubhangi is also has started this thing on Luma called hardware, AI hardware, building your own AI hardware or something, right? She has started this event. Yeah, she started this event and has also done one of the first meetups in Bangalore. Maybe, yeah, and she's kind of planning to do it all over India. Uh, yeah, like you can follow that hardware page and maybe you can get some insights from it also because physical. Yeah, sure. You want to have internship there. Okay. Uh, in fine companies, in fine companies, in fine companies. For what role are you looking for? SD intern. SD intern. Dheeraj, do we have anything like that right now? Yeah, we have to check once. We have to check once. That's fine, man. That's fine, man. It's not an issue. Code blocks. Yeah, we used to do that. But it's fine. It's fine. Anuj, I think you can also put your this thing on in the group because even if you don't get into the fang, if you get into startups, because people keep on looking for interns and other stuff in their in our group, right? I think Krishna is also there. I think Krishna has joined today. Krishna is also based out of Calcutta. Okay, Krishna Kanoi. Okay, and he is looking for someone for his founder's office, some kind of role for that, and it's an internship opportunity. Okay, I'll send you his link. He's on LinkedIn as well. Okay, and you can just directly reach out to him if you want. He's quite active there, and yeah, you can just check him out. Yeah, please. I'm sharing his LinkedIn profile, and Krishna is also kind of exploring physical AI. Like not physical AI in terms of physical AI, it's basically in terms of hardware. So yeah, so I've sent the link. So yeah, I think that's great. I think we have got Saurabh here. Hi Saurabh. Hey man, hey man, how are you? No worries, man. We are anyway. We'll be closing in around. Still have got around 15 minutes left, so we are fine. It's yeah. We basically we were thinking initially that whether this will go beyond 15 minutes in the starting, but it's now, yeah, we have taken up some time. It's good. It's good. I think we might be getting some more, you know, people in the next one that we'll be hosting. So yeah, this can be a healthy exercise. So what are you up to right now? Okay. Do you have a demo? If you even if you have a video recording, that will be fine. Yes, works. No worries. Uh, Anuj, I have pasted Krishna's link um, in the message section. Yeah, you can check him out. No record, man. You can just ping him on WhatsApp. I've already got his number, and I think yeah. Hold on. No worries, no worries. It's just casual stuff. So I'm sharing this, and so this is. Ah, but are you guys able to see it? No. No, this is not my phone. This is basically Saurabh's. This is Saurabh's ex. Oh, oh, it's like Perplexity's computer use. Oh, okay. But one question on privacy. Why would I even why would I allow any kind of AI agent to take over my phone? So yeah. Yeah, the audio is not there. Yeah, the audio is not coming here. Hmm. Makes sense. Mhm. Mm. Okay. Mm. Mm. Makes sense. I understood. And what about, okay? You mentioned about the privacy thing, but I think there's this point of trust that goes. It's a very. I feel that it's very useful thing. But the two things that I want to address. The first thing is that whether people will trust it if you put it on Play Store or App Store, uh, because if it's not verified or certified or any kind of manner, people will usually do not prefer to download it. Hmm. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's fine. Google. It's okay. It's quite fast. I'll use that. I'll use that. If even Google brings it tomorrow, I'll use it. I'll use it. I'll just throw my phone away. I'll just throw my phone away. Yes. People are excited, man. See, we are all our potential customers right now. Yeah. Yeah, Shaktivel. What do you mean by hardware? I don't think this is the thing. Makes sense. But for iPhone, you'll be needing it. Yeah, but for iPhone, you'll be needing that. But makes sense. But so one thing. See, I'm yeah. Yeah, it's very simple, right? Then one thing I've been wondering about. See, I'm not an iPhone user. I'm a like a Samsung user, but uh, let me make me understand one thing is that say you have got uh, an iPhone and you have installed the app for that, okay, for your basically whatever you built for the product that you have built, and why can't I run the automations or maybe any kind of just because I can just screen shot it because I'm just thinking it out loud. I am not sure. I'm not confident about this. I am not like why can't we just not screenshot it one by one, and maybe because iPhone, if you use iPhone shortcuts, it you can actually move pages. You can do some. There is some stuff called iPhone. I know automations and all. So why don't you use that? See, I'm not an iPhone developer or something. So yeah, yeah, right. Okay. Right. Yes. Yes. Makes yeah, makes sense. Right. It's because of Gemma. Yeah. Right. Yes. It's amazing, man. That's amazing. Yeah, it's open source. Cerebrus is there on Hugging Face, I believe. Yeah. Cerebrus. Inference. Cerebrus is one of the inference providers in Hugging. Anyway. No, no, but it's blank. It's just listed down there. It's nothing there. It's just blank for Cerebrus. Yeah. No worries. I think love to use Cerebrus. Amazing. Sort of send us your LinkedIn, huh? Send us your LinkedIn as well. I think Shaktivel, like we all can share each other LinkedIn, so it's fine. I think Shaktivel and me are already connected. And okay. Oh, we are not. I'll just share my links, and I think it has been a great conversation, man. And guys, we'll just drop in 3 minutes max, or like it has been running. It almost been 2 hours. It's almost everyone's dinner time right now. So, but this actually gives me the confidence that if we do it the next time, maybe after around, I don't know, acceptable, maybe after 2 weeks or something, I guess. I don't know. Maybe like absolutely right. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. We can do that. We can do that. Definitely. And yeah, yeah, we can do it any. We can do it weekly as well. We can do it bi-weekly as well. That's for a later thought. We can do that. Anything that we are comfortable with, and like many people. I think 4 people gave demo today. Yash gave demo. Anuj showed us something. Saurav is there. Shaktivel definitely. You have been amazing. Yes, I was actually planning to give, but I saw so many enthusiastic people. I said, okay, let me park it for another day. So yeah, so, yeah, you can proceed now. Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, we can do. Then I'll just share my screen and I'll just share my entire screen. Okay, and so this is basically my repo, right? It's open source. It's an open source project and all. So it's called CC Habits. So earlier, when I first built it, it was basically for to pick up all the Claude Code habits. So that's why it's CC. But right now, it has gone beyond Claude Code, and it's covering all Kimi. It's covering all the coding engines like Klein, windsurf. I am also building a VS Code extension for this. If you want to see the website, you can see. So this is the acid lime color. So Cursor, Kimi, Codex, Olama, anything, right? Cloud Code, Gemini CLI. I think Gemini CLI is right now outdated, and we are upgrading it with the anti-gravity CLI. And I'll not go into all these details. I'll just keep it short. So the idea is that whenever you're coding with multiple agents, you need to have, you're making Cloud.md, you're making agents.md, you're making different formats of MD files. Whenever you're working across different agentic coding tools. So if you have got one background that is running, so have you guys used agent memory by Rohit Kumar? Right? If you have got used agent memory, this is somewhat better, on the line of agent memory, but somewhat better than agent memory, right? So what it does, like I've also given a comparison, like how skills.md, some people ask like whether it's similar to skill.md, but no. So what it does is that it captures from all the get diffs, it captures from how you're coding, what your coding patterns are, so that becomes the habits. So it stores into a habits.md file, whatever your anti-habits are, so that is actually stored into a memory file, right? So it remembers that what you do not like. So based on that, whenever you're coding, say you just need to connect it once with, maybe you can connect with Olama and all. So there's no telemetry, so everything stays in your own local system itself, right? And when you're coding from task to task, or say you have downloaded a repo, okay, you have downloaded a repo and you want to understand what are the patterns are. I think Saktivel was mentioning it yesterday as well, that I want to learn, I want to export all these things, I want to use it in my own repo for my own coding as well. So you can do it all. I'll come to that. So you just need to connect to it. I'll give you a live demo. You need to connect to it using Olama or Cloud API or OpenAI API or anything like that. Once it gets connected, it uses the LLM for understanding the entire code base. That's it, right? And once it does, whenever from the next session, whenever you want to code anything on your terminal from any using any agentic coding tool, you'll be able to see all the patterns they're reflecting. So that means that you do not have to repeat yourself again. You do not the token reductions becomes much much better, and and it also has this per repo kind of habits that is being created. So you do not have to depend like, okay, so this is a separate repo I'm working on, though that repo habits and memories are getting interjected, it's interfering with the other repo habits and coding patterns. So even if you have got also, if you are typing in Python, the Python habits stays different. If you have typing in TypeScript, the TypeScript's having habits stays different, right? So it's all about understanding how you code, how you write, how you can what's your coding style is and everything, and it stays entirely in your local, right? So it's all like we do not collect anything. There's no telemetry, there's no nothing, right? And so I'll just give a run through and I'll show you the demo directly. It's called so it's CC habits. We also call it CCH for the commands. So every prompt re-injected on compaction developers using coding tool. It's tool agnostic, right? So agent memory and also it's only MCP based, so there's a background process, a daemon process running, and also it's nothing like that here, right? So it inputs using the hooks. So it's a hook based integrations that we are doing, and it also uses Git, right? And yeah, so its privacy is one of the most I think it's the most secured in terms of responsible AI and all, because we are getting nothing. And I've also added PII reduction. So even if you are exporting it into anywhere or you're uploading it to GitHub, it will make sure, or if there is an LLM, because there is an LLM element connected to it, it will never send your data like PAN or the Aadhaar or email ID or anything to the LLM when it is understanding your report or maybe understanding your documentations or anything, right? So it's all the PII reductions are all there intact. Telemetry, yeah, I already mentioned about it. And then we have got LLM cost at runtime, right? So LLM cost is basically 0 during the runtime when you are running it, all right? Until and unless you specifically approve it, there is no cost from our end. Whatever cost that you have here for your API, that is the cost that you are paying for, right? And runtime overhead, as I mentioned. So agent memory and all, they have this persistent background daemon running because it's continuously monitoring and everything. But for our case, there is no runtime. There's no daemon. There's no nothing. There's no port occupied or anything, right? And the context over it is definitely there. Compaction save, guardrails are there, setup, vendor lock, yeah. So all these kind of parameters are there, right? And cost is definitely, there's no cost of using this thing. There's absolutely free, absolutely zero cost, whatever cost. Even if you use Olama, then it's 100% free. If you don't use Olama and use Claude API or OpenAI API instead, then maybe some cost for the APIs will be incurred. That's it only, right? I'll come to this thing. So say I've got this here. We are running 0.93 version of this. I'll copy this command from here. I'll open Ghostly. I'll clear this session. I'll install one. Okay. Yeah. So after you do this, right, you are able to see my screen, I believe. So if I do CCH, right? CCH is basically for understanding whether this provides you with all the the important set of commands. And if you want to go with CCH help, right, you can see what are the commands that we are having. So there's this particular flow, just like you use get get clone, get fetch, or get view, get status, and get commit and all, right? It's the same thing with CCH as well. So there's CCH init, where you initialize the CCH with in your repo, right? So say for example, I do CCH init here, right? So this kind of thing pops up. This is basically the logo that I'm talking about, and I've got recommended initialization and manual configuration as well. I'll go with the manual configuration so that you can get the picture. So it is already detected that I have got all these CLIs present in my system. I've got Claude Code, I've got Cursor, Gemini, Codex, and Kimi Code, right? So so it will be asking for every tools that is there. If I want to register with Claude Code, if I want to or do not want to register with Codex CLI, right? So good news, your learned habits still inject into anti-gravity through. So this is some kind of warning that it is providing, because Gemini has moved to anti-gravity right now, and we used to support Gemini, but the main philosophy of this thing is just to be transparent with the users. That's a core philosophy of transparency. So I'm just mentioning it to the users, that's it. And say I do no with hooks, so it will not show anything. Kimi code, no, right? And it says that CC Habits already has an AI provider configured. So do you want to keep Olama, right? And Llama 3.2 that you are seeing right here is basically the one that I have already configured with, right? It's available on my Olama. And if you want to use a different provider or key, you can also go with it. So I have got this many options that that you can go with, right? So let me just put Olama for the sake of this, and these are basically the two models that I have right now from Olama, right? If I go with Llama 3.2 1 million model, right? So it's verifying the model here. And it shows tips and everything. So it's verified successfully, and it asks for whether we have to you want to add git capture, yes and yes. Okay, so CCH habits is ready right now. So now say for example, now what will be the next course of action? So it shows you the next commands as well, whether you want to, because you have to do CCH learn, you can do CCH view, everything. So say I do CCH learn, right? What it will do is that it will ask you whether you want to learn all the habits and everything from this repo itself, or from the entire session, or both. I'll go with this repo. Okay, once I do, it asks that it reads 34 source files, 4 documentations, right? Coding instructions and docs only, right? Data log files and assets are all skipped due to transparency purpose. So and the redacted context is sent to Olama and consume token. So this fair warning is also given. So if you want to proceed with the scan, I press yes. So it is actually, so you can see all the files that it is scanning right here. It will take a few seconds to do so, to do the entire scanning. It's reading the code. It's reading all the code and instruction documentations and the markdown file that is there in my current repo. Yeah. So it's analyzing. So the Llama 3.2 that is configured, right? So that is being used here. And so once it gets done, we'll be able to see what it has learned, and we'll also be able to see how, like what are the formats and where we can inject and do all the stuff. Right. It's a big repo. So yeah, it will read all the files because it wants to make sure that it is understanding all your patterns. It is understanding all your habits, everything, right? It will deeply understand what is there because it's a big repo, right? See, so it has analyzed. Yeah, it's actually, if you do not want to scan it right there and then, right, you can actually start working on it and it will automatically understand while you are building it. But but when you are actually downloading a repo, say, you want to just type it out of your LLM or with your agent, like using Cloud Code or something, and you have got an enterprise repo, right? You do not have, you have been assigned to a team, you do not have any idea about like what this is doing and how, code it so it actually passes all the CI/CD tests or maybe all the integration tests or maybe it does not produce anything because whatever there is on the main branch is actually like pure gold, right? You don't want to, you may want to make sure that your branch gets merged without any issues. Say for example, right? So if you use this, it will since it's understanding everything, it will help you to match that quality of code. If you like and it will actually help because it has got injections, hook injections are there. So whenever you're using Claude or Codex or anything, so it will actually make sure that that context is injected while you are, while it is getting vibe coded, while the vibe coding is while, the LLM is producing outputs. You have to download the repo first. Yes. Okay. No, 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 no. So this is injected while you are actually coding. This is injected while you are actually coding it, right? And using the coding agents. So it is injected into that because hooks can be only be applied when you are using Claude Code or anti gravity or Kimi code or things like that, right? It is actually injecting the context into the LLMs so that it produces better output tuned to your requirement. As you proceed, as you proceed, as you proceed. No, no. See, see what is happening is that once you it understands now, it will have that context. Okay. Now, because the hooks are already attached with Cloud Code. Okay. What Cloud will be doing then is that it will be continuously be feeding from the context that is there. Okay, that has been stored and been generated using the CCH habits automatically from your pre-existing code from or from the fresh repo when you use CCH learn, and it will be referring from that and will make sure that the code that Claude is generating is at par with that. Okay, na? So I'll just stop it now because it's a very huge repo. So I'll just do CCH view here. So it's asking whether you want to see the entire picture or the habits only, the memories or the preferences, right? So if I do with habits only, so it's showing that so I've got 8 active habits across 6 categories. So formatting, use single quotes for strings, use double quotes for docstring, group imposed by standard library, all these kind of things, right? And the descent signals are basically when I use a signal the last time, right? And so if I do the same with CCH view and memories, so this is very a comprehensive list of what to do, and like, so 50%, 60%, these are whatever you're seeing is basically the base confidence score that it has, right? It will not inject anything into the claw that it is not confident about using, because once you use it, if you use it once, right, uh, it will not have confidence. You might be using the next thing, maybe a different thing next time, but if you're using it continuously, the confidence scores increases, right, in the background. Okay, and then it makes sure that, okay, this is basically your permanent habit, and it will make sure that that is injected, right? So this is how the confidence score is working. You can see the 90% when calculations NAC index of, this is from a different repo that it is showing, right? So it has got high confidence for this. So same way, I've got other stuffs also, learn, repo, sync, export, right? If you use CCH export here, you can actually, if you click on it, right, yeah, you can see that exported habits plus memories to CCH habits profile.md. So this has been created, okay. And then since it's a markdown file, you can actually just take it anywhere. You can put it anywhere or do anything. And also, if you look at this, if I do a ls hyphen a here, and I'll see that this CCH repo is also getting formed, okay. So this is a per repo thing because I have configured per repo. So if I go to cd.cch and I do ls on this, okay, I can see that the habits.md file, the log, memories and preferences are being created and stored here in this repo itself. It's not getting stored anywhere else, right? Because it's a per repo thing. And maybe I can do, I don't know, maybe I can do habits and check. So yeah, so this whatever you're seeing here is basically the coding habits. You can see auto generate by CC habits, right? And yeah, this is the comments, this is the formatting style, this is the import style, this is the naming style, and what are the things that I use for TypeScript, right? And what is we use for the learning purpose, right? And if I do memories, if I do, I have to see whether if I got something for preferences. So this is my preferences, like use JDoc, JSDoc style double asterisk comments for high level file or function descriptions and everything. So yeah, so basically the moral is that it helps. So whatever tools, agentic coding tools that you're using, it will help you work seamlessly across everything, right? It will not you do not have to repeat yourself every time. You do not have to make sure that whether your idea, whether your coding test, or that is varying from one place to the other, right? Because every coding tool produces different forms and factors of code, right? You want to make sure that it sticks to what you prefer, right? This is where CCH habits come into play, and this is basically the thing. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely, because as I mentioned that it is ultimately, it is very much portable, right? Because it's stored into MD file, right? You can just, put it there somewhere, or maybe you can just, share, transfer that .cch file that it has been created for that particular repo, and you can, share it everywhere across it. Anyone will be downloading the same set of files. It can be extracted, it can be used by any team member. So you will be having a very uniform coding standard throughout your team. Yes. Okay. No. Mm, no. No, 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 no. Yeah. So this is purely on the basis of like the code and the documentation that you're using, and it basically captures the main data about what kind of coding habits, what kind of coding patterns being used across organizations. Not only for organization, you can use it for personal repo if you want to do open source contributions, and say you want to do it for Andre Karpati project on open source, right? You want to contribute it somewhere, and you don't know what are the coding standards, how you have to code for for it to merge. So you can actually contribute, you can actually push, merge it to the main branch, right? Yes. No, skills are not tracked. Skills are not tracked. Whatever is tracked is that if you're using skills, right, that habits, so that the way of coding by using skills that is getting captured for the user can be used by another user who is not using the skill set. That's the point. If it clarifies. Yeah. So that's basically a thing, and it's basically about taste of the user and how, and so that's basically a thing, and so it basically causes uniformity when there is so much of models coming in, when there is so many different coding patterns, right, and AI slobs getting created. So it makes sure that it is actually consistent across everything. I think this is where more than personal projects, it is very much useful for open source contributors, the one, and organization people working in organizations, where team based coding styles and habits are very much required to actually push it and getting it merged into the main branch. And not only that, your token cost will also be reduced. You'll be having a better uh, way of writing code. Your generation will be much faster. You will not be hitting critical issues on as like critical or high issues on your Sonar Cube or any kind of, or Code Rabbit or anywhere, right? The rate of these issues will be falling tremendously. That's basically the point. It's basically like a functionality which is like a which works well. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, and thing is that mm, I think we can put something like that. I can think like once you say na, I'll just note it down. I'll just try to add something like this, right? Ah, make sure. I think we can do something like that. It will be basically differentiated on the basis of the provider that we are using. So if someone is using Fairwell or someone, like, what is the rate of using different things, I have to also have to check the contributions, the support ecosystem by codex, by, yeah, anything. It's fine. But it's a very interesting thing that you mentioned. I'll try to add it. I'll try to add it. Yeah. Oh man, it's 10 o'clock. We have been sitting since 7:30, right? Yeah. No worry, man. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Bye bye.